Hello, everybody, and welcome to, if you ask me, the craziest episode of this My Team career yet. It's the Russian Grand Prix from Sochi. However you say it, Sochi, Sachi, same thing. Yeah, Russia's going to be mad at me. Please don't kill me for that, Russia, but anyways, trying to look at any developments or things we can do to improve this team now on the R&D side of things. I'm feeling confident headed into the Russian Grand Prix. It's been a track I've always been good at, Russia, because tire is non-existent here. We'll see how this race goes. Of course, only 25% races and not 50. It's even more non-existent at Russia here in Sochi, but we'll see what happens. Looking at gearboxes, ordering a new practice gearbox there just in case, and now we are going to sim through the week. A power upgrade passed, and there's a sponsor event. Now let's head down to the track, and as we look at things, you're about to see it's going to be drenched for the race. That is going to make things crazy. Now I am not as confident that I can do good here at Russia. Rain is better. It's fun to drive in this game, but still, I still feel like I'm worse in the rain than I am dry. So we'll see what happens. I literally crashed in my first lap in practice. And yeah, I'm gonna look at R&D here in a minute. I don't even know what I'm doing here, but yeah, now we go over under the R&D side of things. 600 points, and it looks like we're gonna do a pistons upgrade for the power side of things. So there's a little performance thing. See, we're still third worst on the grid, not really making any improvements as we head on now into quali for this race. Valtteri Bottas, that's the fastest lap. He's a Mercedes in real life. Has never lost a race here at Sochi since 2014 when it was introduced in the calendar. Track was introduced because it was like built around all the Olympic stadiums and stuff, I'm pretty sure. Just pretty cool. Still an absolutely boring race in real life. Of course, this one, it's the most exciting race. Not very realistic if you ask me. The rain caused some chaos, which is part of the reason why, but let's head down and get ready for today's Russian Grand Prix.
Welcome one and all to today's Grand Prix here in southern Russia. A beautiful location besides the Black Sea, and a race that has been dominated so far by the Silver Arrows. Mercedes have won here 6 times in a row since the first Sochi Grand Prix in 2014. Can someone else muscle in on that record here today? Well, it's certainly not the best weather out on the Sochi street circuit today. A track that boasts 18 corners, 12 to the right and 6 to the left. And it's a track that combines both fast corners and long straights, resulting in speeds of excess of 200 miles an hour. But with these conditions, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a safety car out there today. And with me as usual is Anthony Davidson. Now I want to ask you about Lewis Hamilton. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Alright, now onto the grid and the 5 red lights for the Russian Grand Prix here in Season 1. And it's lights out and away we go. A decent start there in the beginning. Kind of start to fall back compared to Grosjean and Magnussen, the 2 Haas's in front of us. But they slow up. I slow up. Jack Aitken, our teammate, goes by on the outside, and Aitken has us. But down the inside, we do a big dive. trying to get as many spots as we can, headed into the first real corner, if you ask me, on this circuit. Turn 2. Turn 1 was like that little kink where I slowed up right at the beginning to avoid the Haas's. And are we going to get Gasly here? No, not yet. From the looks of it, you could see down there with the subtitles, if you go back, the rain is going away a bit. Might not be on these full wets for long. It said it would get better and get dry at the end of this race. However, this race is so short because it's 25% that it probably won't get dry. And spoiler alert, it doesn't get dry for the whole race. But now, trying to get on by Daniel Kvyat in his home race. We are going to pass the AlphaTauri to get into the points. Surely not happy about that. Whoa, he's unable to get us back, even though we just had that massive slide here on lap 2. And at the end of the lap, Esteban Ocon in front of us. I feel like we run into that Renault a lot this season, especially early around Spain and Monaco and stuff. Not really for Monaco, but for Spain. I think Canada as well. A lot of Esteban crossing the line to begin the third lap. Daniel Kvyat now coming back at us. He wants to get into the points in his home race. We'll see if he can do it here. Of course, there's still quite a ways to go. We're pretty late on the brakes, but we keep the spot. Perfect. That's what we needed to do. Now on lap 4 here, we're going to see we slide and I spin, and this is where things get real interesting. So we slide back up onto the racetrack, and now we try to turn the thing around without getting any damage. Our front wing did not pick up any damage in that. And Sergio just hit us. Safety car now deployed, in a 5-second penalty for us, which we are actually going to pit here because at the time, for some reason, I did not know I had wing. I did not know that I didn't have wing damage, so I came in thinking we're going to replace it, and oh my god, the 8 seconds worth of penalties. Luckily, we get to serve 5 of them here on the pit stop. But that 3-second penalty we have, we are not going to be able to serve. We're just going to have it go against our finishing time at the end of the race. And you can see here they are serving the penalty. They can't work on the car for exactly 5 seconds there. We put on another set of full wets. I did not know at the time, but the track was ready for inters. So the next lap, we come in again to put on the intermediate tires. So that way we could have a pace advantage over those who haven't done that yet. This is an absolute terrible way for this race to be going. Look how far the safety car queue is in front of us. 2.2 second stop, but it's not really going to matter here, as in a minute now you're going to see the safety car is coming in. Look on the mini map, look at all the dots. Those are the other cars. They're getting back up to speed while I'm still trying to catch them. I'm far behind. This is not going well, as green flag conditions are now back out, and I am still 30 seconds behind Sergio Perez, who is in front of me right now. But several people pitting to go on to inters here. That'll help us catch up, but we were unable to do it here. As we come around to restart this race for us. Halfway through this Russian Grand Prix, and already a ton of chaos. It only gets crazier from here. I guess it can't really get crazier after what happened, but we are setting fast lap times through the third sector, 2 purple sectors. And headed into the 4th to final corner, now the 3rd to last corner, down towards the penultimate corner and the final corner on the circuit. The 2 right-handers, and Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. For now, we have the provisional fastest lap of the race. And across the line again, we do it just a lap later. Or 2 or 3. I'm not really sure how many laps that was that we just missed. But anyways, we're fast. We lost the fastest lap to, I believe, Valtteri Bottas, who has pulled away and pretty much has this race won if there's not another safety car. The race not to end under a safety car pretty much has to come out now, though. So Valtteri might have this thing won without any mistakes, because he's far out in front. You can see the Mercedes ahead of his teammate, Lewis Hamilton. But we have caught Antonio Giovinazzi at the back of this field. We are going to try to go for P20. We get it. Romain Grosjean, we passed him at some point. He must have hit or something. So we are up to P20, and there's a whole line of cars here. Don't forget, we need to finish 3 seconds at least in front of some of these guys to actually gain any positions because of that one penalty we have from making the stupidest corner cut in the world. Get on by Alex Albon there. A few corners up from where we got Esteban. Go a bit wide through that left-hander there. And hit it up to the right-hander before the back straight. We're going to try to get Sergio Perez here. Overtake and Rich Mix deployed as we are now side by side with the Racing Point. He pulls ahead of us though because he has a stronger engine, but we dive bomb him and we go for George Russell here. And we get the spots. Max Verstappen and Kimi Räikkönen up next. A Red Bull is up next. We could finish in front of both Red Bulls in this race. Unbelievable. And I think Jack Aitken, he's up ahead of these guys as well. It could finish ahead of both Red Bulls, both cars. What a day that would be. Of course, it doesn't look like they're having good days either. Max Verstappen, he's normally good in the rain. At least in real life, this is a game. But it's supposed to be realistic. Coming around now on lap 12. Trying to get Max Verstappen. I think we got out of the throttle there so we could cross him over. And we get past Kimi Räikkönen. Smart move there from us. And we're up into P14. But as of right now, it's at least going to drop us down to P16 as we get on past Nicholas Latifi coming around to the white flag. Pierre Gasly, Jack Aitken up ahead. They're a bit far in front, but because of the rain, they kind of break early. Jack's still on wet tires. He's got to hang on here. Can Jack pull off a P13 maybe? No, it looks like Nick Latifi going to get by him. We're going to get Nicholas. You can see we're 3.5 seconds in front of him, 3.6 now, but Pierre Gasly only 1.5 seconds back. We are unable to get him because of our penalties. It will be P13 or 12. 12? Are we running in 11th? P12 anyways. At the line, my bad. Carlos Sainz, driver of the day. I'm speechless. How are we not driver of the day? Are you kidding me? We were running in the points, crashed halfway through, was half a minute behind everybody when the safety car came in, and we almost finished in the points, even with a 3-second time penalty on the third worst team on the grid. And you're saying I'm not the strongest driver of the day? This game. But anyways, Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, top 3, a 1-2 for Mercedes. Now it's too surprising here in Russia, a place they have won every single race in real life. And they're probably going to win it when we go there in like a month in real life for the actual Russian Grand Prix, since that race is still happening this year. But here are the highlights. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, leave a like and subscribe for one day. When I get popular enough to monetize my videos, it will help me. It'll make me feel like I've actually accomplished something in life, and surely you'll want that unless you hate me for some reason, which a lot of people do, probably. But thanks for watching. You're about to see the wreck since that was in the highlights, because apparently that's a highlight of my race. It's more of a low light, if that's even a thing. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye as I spin right there.